you talking?
The little number in the bottom is going to start ticking up. Bottom right.
Bottom right.
How much space would like a
All right.
how much space would like a 5-hour session take up?
I think like no more than 20 gigs.
It's a lot.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's more when you're doing game recording though. This isn't that actually that tasking. Hi, people of the internet. This is our game, our real game. I've recorded 2 videos before, both of which I got rid of because I feel shame at what happened during the game with Steven, where I murdered his character in a not good, bad way, and I feel badly about it. So that will never see the light of day. It will only live on in my memories. Anyway, this is our real actual campaign that I've talked about on my channel before. I named the campaign The Bleeding Spire like 2 weeks ago because I didn't have a name for it until now. But that's what we're doing. The overarching like goals of the campaign, you can just read the recaps or just watch the recaps on my YouTube channel. But for now, we're just gonna like start the game. So, what happened last time? You guys took Momo's lifeless corpse from the Underdark, where she was nearly bitten in half by an Umber Hulk, and tried to resurrect her. After several hours of walking, you get to the Dwarven City, where you bring her to the temple in the city and ask them to resurrect her, or ask them to do what they can for her. And they start, like any good priest would, providing a sermon, dedicating her to the afterlife, basically not resurrecting her, more giving her her last rites. Because resurrection magic and any necromancy over 3rd level does not exist in this world. Or maybe it does exist, but no one knows about it. More on that later. The party then ventured to the Elven Kingdom, which is just right next to them. I actually have this map over here, if they can actually see it. You can't really see it that well. But the point is, they came from way up here, you can't see it, and came way down here, and then went into the Elven Forest to find a druid, or someone who can do a reincarnation, which is not a necromancy spell, it's a transmutation spell. To shorten it up, they found the elves after a long time and nearly reaching the deadline to resurrect, or to reincarnate. They eventually found them, and everything's fine now, no one's hurt. The elves made them go on a mission to repay their debt, where they were told not to take anything from this ancient ruins site, where presumably some of their ancestors are there or something. Anyway, it was cursed. Some sort of dark curse lied upon the ruins, and when they went to inspect them, they had to fight off all manner of demons and devils. Ah, Sam. And once they finished up with that, they won, but only barely. Matthew's NPC, Margaret, who is an Inferi, which I realized later on was the name of something in recent pop culture that I can't remember.
Harry Potter?
Is it Harry Potter? Might be Harry Potter. It's some reference to that I didn't know. It's this creature that can transform into others. We'll get into her later. That's Matt's NPC. I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves in a second, but the party is now, I think, all unconscious except for Margaret and another NPC. After a long battle where they just barely won. Let's start with Sam to explain who you are.
Yes. I'm Sam. Trying to get in the shot a bit.
There you are.
Yeah, in the shot. Playing the character Roland, getting out of the shot because I don't want to be in anymore. He's a paladin, level 7. Interesting past. Currently playing an NPC that is scared of Margaret.
Mia.
I'm playing Momo, aka Melora. She is a sorcerer. She used to be very short, from a family that was good at thunder and lightning. She was from a different continent, but we haven't gone to that continent. I don't know if it has a name yet. And Yeah, now she's being reincarnated as a wood elf.
I'm Steven. I'm playing the character Voss, aka Veil of Shadows. He's a warlock who's also a tabaxi, and he has a tragic past, seemingly linked with lycanthropy, and he worships a deity named Dianua. We'll see if anything comes of that.
Yeah, nothing at all.
My character's name is Matthew. He was a half elf monk. Now he is a what's the
First generation tiefling.
a first generation tiefling. I got turned into a demon because I wore some cursed gauntlets too long. My character fell out of faith with his order and now focuses on drinking and whoring.
Noble deeds and profession.
Yes.
I'm Michelle, and I don't know if I'm in the frame.
Your hands are. If you just lean to your right, there you
Hello.
are.
I play a tiefling gunslinger character named Adelaide Koffler. She's like a more human-looking tiefling, like human skin color, but she still has the horns and the tail and the weird eyes. She is right now struggling with the fact that one of her guns that she found may not be as nice as she thought, and so she made another gun and is hoping that that one will not be cursed horribly, like most things in this game are.
All right. So, our journey continues. You all together, wake up in a large cylindrical marble room. Beautiful vases and tapestries depicting elven forests and people.
So this is after we're all unconscious. We wake up.
Correct.
Elsewhere.
Right.
Fantastic.
You should be used to that.
Yes. For context there, just about every time we have a combat, our player, Eric, actually can't be there for the next session, so he just ends up being, like, knocked unconscious or hidden somewhere.
I thought you were talking about my character's drinking. Like how
Or drinking.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
mostly talking about the fact
We
that
buried
he
him under a
passes
pile of dead bodies
out. You're
once.
unconscious a lot.
You're unconscious a lot, yeah.
I'm very good at it.
And then Roland, our Sam's player, he often gets captured, just all the time, for the same reason, because he's not there, so he gets captured. And he hasn't died yet. Anyway, you wake up in this cylindrical marble room, beautiful elven people and tapestries. Two, they look like men to you. Two elven men stand at the at either side of a large wooden door with beautiful ironwork. They say nothing and don't acknowledge your movements. They stare forward unblinkingly. What would you like to do? Also, Momo, you're there. This is the room that you got.
Okay.
Right.
Is my NPC there? Or is he back doing slave things?
You're Roland again. Oh, you're not there at all.
There at all.
I forgot you're back in the Dwarven City praying to God.
Right, you are there. I forgot.
Ah!
Wait, there was a specific reason he didn't come with us. What was it?
He's
Oh,
praying.
He was
he's
praying.
praying.
Yeah,
He
trying
did-
to revive Momo by prayer.
Then
But he kept rolling ones on talking
Yes.
with God.
Yep.
retract that. You're one of the people standing by the door. Where you've been told to wait until they're ready to move. You've been waiting there for 2 days.
Some serious dedication.
It's not really dedication.
If he moves, they'll kill him.
More or less. Not so much kill him as they'll be disappointed.
Disappointment.
Vaguely
Yeah.
disappointed.
They'll be really disappointed.
But it's
That's all I'm saying.
It's been 2 days now.
It's been 2 days. You don't know that, but you wake up and he'll tell you.
Yeah, it's been 2 days. And 3 hours, 45 minutes, 27 seconds.
That's very specific,
Oh
Guard.
my god.
Yes, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Momo is looking at her, playing with her hair and her skin and her everything because she's not used to being this tall.
Everything you've ever felt about yourself as a human like everything feels more elegant. Your skin is softer and smoother.
So is she an elf? Or like
Yes,
an elf now? Oh.
she's an elf now.
Where they transfer her mind into an elf body?
She gets reincarnated.
Oh, cool.
If you have any idea about how reincarnation works in like real life, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. But does she retain her memories and
Yes.
stuff? Oh, cool.
She's 100% Momo, just in a different body.
Cool.
Your hair is soft, silky, smooth, and no matter what you do, it doesn't tangle.
And she's freaked out. What am I gonna do?
Also, when you go to touch your hair, oh my God, your ears are like about 6 inches high and pointy.
She's also trying to get used to walking around in her height.
Yeah,
She's like a duck.
You're like a baby giraffe.
and
That
it's less like movement. Movement feels more fluid and smooth. You feel like more like you're gliding than you're actually like walking. You're an elf.
Congratulations.
What would you all like to do?
The guard just told us it was 2 days later. So,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I don't know. They just told me to stand here, make sure you're okay.
Okay.
How long have you been standing there?
2 days, 3 hours, something minutes.
47 minutes now.
Oh,
Probably.
Oh.
I just kicked looking in the head.
Oh God.
He's used to it.
So, can we leave?
Did we win?
You're alive?
Yeah,
So
I
we
see that.
won.
We have low standards.
Well, if we're alive, that means the thing that was trying to kill us is dead.
Is
Yes.
Margaret around you?
Hey, it's
Margaret's in there, yeah.
So
Oh
Margaret's-
no, Margaret's not there.
Oh, where's Margaret?
Don't think she can.
You two were separated right away.
She didn't come back with you.
But this isn't the same
They-
slave that fought us, right?
Margaret and you, seeing everybody unconscious, and they weren't waking up after the requisite hour. They just left. You guys went back to the Elven town to see if they could help. When they spoke to them, they congratulated you on doing what you're supposed to do. It was more like a pat on the back, like "Good job, you didn't fail this time." And then they took Margaret aside, and Margaret had some sort of conversation in private with your Elven lord, the lord of the town, and then you haven't seen her since.
Is Davey in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Alive?
He gets
Alive.
up.
Oh, okay.
He says, "Where the hell is my axe?" Which is not on his back.
Wait,
All of your weapons are still there.
Davey, are you Margaret?
No.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Never be too
Because
careful.
Margaret, I hate to tell you this.
Would Margaret say this? You're a dumbass drunk.
It is Davey.
Hey!
Hey.
Ow.
I don't know the character should do.
You can just open the door.
Yeah, open the door, lead them out to
You
somewhere.
open the door. You lead them out. The passageway goes left and right, and in front of you is sort of a lattice work of columns and archways that make a wall that lets you see out into this elven forest. Huge, beautiful trees, flowers that grow wildly throughout the lands. A beautiful river runs through this whole city. A river runs through it. As you look out, you can see these elven people sort of just living their lives. There aren't just soldiers here, mostly not soldiers, in fact. You see everything these elves are doing. Just the simple act of getting water in a bucket from the river is this sort of methodical, like serious, very deliberate actions placed. You can just look and tell, based on what everyone's doing, that this is a society that does everything in like this particular certain way, probably based on tradition or honor or something like that. Think The Last Samurai, if you saw that movie, where Tom Hanks' character sees like how sees how deliberate the Japanese people are with
That
how
was
they
the best
do
Tom
actions.
Hanks fucking samurai outfit.
Make one mistake.
Yes.
I hope we punish
lovely wife. Fuck me.
I hate you.
No.
Yes, they're all very graceful and nice.
Yes,
and
they're all graceful and nice, but they're mostly just, they do everything a certain particular way, very deliberate. You can just see them living their lives, and as you watch it, it's this beautiful like culmination of efficiency. You can see that they're all doing these things, and it all kind of lines up together, like people who are in a line of doing something, like gathering herbs from the forest. You can see it's very particular. They'll grab it, bundle it, throw it, and the next person will do something with it. It's sort of elegant. An elegance you don't see in the human realms.
Matt thinks it's weird.
Yeah. It's too neat.
I know.
Also, despite this being like nature, a forest, it's pretty clean. It's like really clean.
Also weird.
You're in, so the rotunda, the cylindrical area you just left. You can go left or right. I'm sure your half elf can lead you to wherever it is you'd like to go. You are in the Lord's house right now. This is the central mansion, the manor. I don't know what that'd be called in Elvish. Their central building, this government building, also serves as the Lord's house. It's quite large, the largest in the area, and you know that most of anyone who works in the Lord's house lives here as well. Like all the servants live here. Many of the soldiers live here. Any of his house guard live here, and so did that lady that you guys met at the beginning. His Eladrin was which is basically a house call from Spire.
So we'd like to talk. I'd like to talk to the Elvish Lord and see what happened to Margaret, because that'd be useful to know.
Start walking towards the Elvish Lord.
Sure. You know you're not supposed to go there, but it's probably fine.
They're esteemed guests.
Yeah,
Steve.
esteemed. That's the word I would use.
I'm gonna practice my Elvish.
Yeah. Despite being in an Elvish body, you speak no Elvish.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
That was
shit.
one of the additional languages she picked up because she's rich and had nothing better to do.
Nice.
I also speak
can
Elvish, being half elf.
Well, yeah.
But-
You're not a half elf.
Yeah, not anymore.
No,
But that's how I started off.
Yeah. So you still got it.
Yeah, I still got
It's
it.
that half elvish like slur though that
Oh,
makes you
God.
sound a little slower than the elves.
Oh.
Is it like a hick accent?
Yeah, it's like a hick accent. for
Nice.
them.
Your Elvish is weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I tried to do like Deep South, and that came out all wrong. Ignore me.
Anyway,
I can teach you to speak better.
I lead them to just
Speak gooder.
before the door,
yeah.
and then I point, and then I walk away.
Okay.
Good.
Do you just walk away, or do you just take a couple steps back?
Just take a couple steps back, like they made their.
Just let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
Elvish.
All right.
Okay.
Who's opening the door? Is anyone opening the door? Are we leaving? Are we killing ourselves? What's happening?
I'll open the door.
All right. The demon man goes to the door and opens it up. Before you lays a lobby area with beautiful silver ceramic vases, flowers, several couches, pillows just along the floor. This is clearly a lobby area. That in the center of the lobby area, as you open the door, you open it up to a large sort of winding staircase that winds back and forth all the way up to another larger platform where you see a elven lord sitting. You assume it is. He's sitting in a throne type thing. It's made mostly of antlers and wood.
Cool.
The antlers are inlaid with silver. A sort of radiant light comes in from behind the throne where they've cut a hole that allows sunlight to hit the back of the throne, sort of giving him an eminent glow effect.
Okay.
And I will turn on music now because I realized I hadn't.
This is cool.
Not rain. There we go. Awaking in the Forest. That's the perfect name for ambient. All right. Here was it. Okay. He makes no motion towards you. However, you can tell that the crown that he is wearing now, which you didn't see before when you had seen this man before, it is It is the same one that you saw in your fight.
Hello.
He says nothing to you as you're down the stairs.
Oh.
He looks at you and is just like,
Okay, I guess we're allowed in here. That's nice to know.
We're
He's
not allowed
dead
in
yet.
most places.
So-
Yeah,
For
we get kicked out of most places.
yeah. I wonder why.
I do.
I have no
You
idea.
do.
I have no idea why either.
Okay. I walk up the steps. I don't know if everyone follows me.
Yep.
You follow.
Okay. You know, once I don't want to get too close to them. I know these elves are picky about stuff, so
Yeah, you can tell, I mean, just basically looking at their society, you can tell that there's probably a proper way to address him or some sort of ceremonial thing to do.
We don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is.
I'm just gonna.
Would I have known through language if there's like a particular way to speak to them?
Sure, roll a history check.
I might know. Since I was a half elf, I'm sure
Yeah.
that might be.
Roll a history check.
History check. Let's have papers
Are
everywhere.
there elves where I was from? I've had interaction with them.
No, there aren't really any elves there.
Okay.
I rolled a
Only had
17.
interaction with them.
There are, but you wouldn't have had interaction with them. They're basically considered sort of ghosts in the forest. They're never really seen, and when they are, it's usually just betrayed.
16 on the history check.
17.
Yeah, then definitely. You're aware that there's a ceremonial sort of way to walk up the stairs, and like a special bow and something special you say.
Okay, I tell
It's basically an
the
honorific
group
in
how to
Elvish.
just imitate us.
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
so we do
Just follow exactly
this
what we do.
sort of thing, or
Just
Performance
exactly what we
It's
do.
it's
Yeah,
something
performance
like
check,
like
right.
this.
oh, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna kill
Dang.
myself then, instead of doing that.
Yeah, everyone trips and falls down the stairs and busts their heads open.
Right.
So
Yeah. Everyone dies. Game over.
The elves are big
Awesome.
fans of dank memes.
Wow. I think they would not be fans of dank memes.
You
I
brought
think
it
they
up.
would be the opposite.
There'd
of
be
fans
one
of dank
teenage
memes.
one that like makes them alone in the woods.
Yeah.
So we start doing that.
Yes.
We bow every third step and
Yes.
It's really exhausting.
It is.
Right.
It is exhausting.
It's like
But
being
this
at
is-
a Catholic.
This
It's
is
like
basically
really
something
slow
you do
yoga.
for the first meeting with elven nobility. You won't have to do this next time.
Oh, good.
well,
But
doing it now.
You get to the top and you perform this sort of like. I'm actually gonna even do it because I know what it looks
Oh,
like.
it's not the dabbing.
No, it's not
Oh.
stabbing.
Do
You
it.
stand and then you put your back foot backwards and then you bow with your hand out like that, and that's just how it is. And I am an idiot because I took time to actually think about that.
Yay.
I spend my life on these things.
Awesome.
Anyway, you do it, and he sort of gives a half smile and just nods at you.
Is it weird that the demon person is doing that?
Doesn't seem fazed by you in the least.
Okay. So whatever the proper salutation is.
Afterward.
Right. Next to him, behind the throne to his left, stands an elvish woman you've seen before. It seems to be that the Eladrin, his housecarl, who on her belt is wearing that moonblade that you saw before. Which, if you'll hand me that,
Ooh.
it looks pretty much like this. I'm not gonna pull the whole blade out, but the hilt of the sword has this crystalline structure, and within it, it seems to glow a pale blue color, probably where it gets the name of the moonblade. The rest is made. Jesus Christ, Loki. The rest is made of silver. The whole blade seems to be made of some kind of silver with some sort of inlaid material that's a little duller and a little more grayish blue than silver.
Hmm.
It's also curved in a sort of like a scimitar, or more like a falchion. I think the falchion would probably be more accurate, but it curves downward. You've seen this thing before. It was the weapon that the dude who kicked your guys' ass was using.
Yes.
Also, the crown and the blade both came from chests that you were told very specifically not to loot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe it's just a copy.
Could be.
Yes.
Do we see the crown anywhere?
On the
It's
guy's
on
head.
the
On his
Lord's head.
Oh.
So they know we done fucked up.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
Not
they're
necessarily.
copies.
Yes, they're copies. So
Where's Margaret?
yeah, so I give him the proper salutation of how you should address a lord, which
Same.
It's
Whatever
actually a
that
little
is.
harder for you to speak Elvish right now, given your physiology.
Mhm.
You're a little more snake-like
so I
in your
said,
tongue, so it's a little more hissed than you would probably like it to
I
be.
like project myself to like cover him so that
Yeah.
it sounds more like in unison.
He gets the idea, I'm sure.
okay,
He hates us already. It's fine.
yeah. So thank you for rescuing us from our unconsciousness.
The housecarl steps forward and says, "My lord is glad that you did." Oh, sorry. My lord was happy to.
Okay, yes, you know what to say.
Sorry, I thought you said something different, and I had a stroke.
Do you smell burnt toast?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I love you. It's nice knowing you.
All right.
Also, thank you for saving my soul and body.
My lord was happy to.
So
She's much more formal now, by the way. Trying to project that, but she was a lot more like informal, soldiery. She's being very
Her
serious.
boss
and
is
formal.
here.
Yes, pretty much.
So, we were informed that Margaret had a private discussion with you and hasn't been seen since. Do you know where she went?
Yes, she informed us that you stole the artifacts from the ruin and
You what?
gave them to us.
No.
All is forgiven.
We were
It
just
is what we wanted to begin with.
Then why'd you tell us not to?
We would get them ourselves.
No.
We assumed you would be respectful and not take that which was ours, but you gave it to us anyways.
Yes. So where did she go afterwards?
She has been imprisoned.
Why?
She's an inferi, if you don't know already.
Yeah.
Those creatures are blasphemous to us.
Well,
Why?
She looks towards the Lord for a second, and he sort of gives this nearly imperceptible shake of his head, and she says, "We cannot say."
well, we plan to be out of your hair soon. May we take her when we leave?
Roll persuasion.
$11.
The Eladrin steps a little closer to you and puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "Listen, she's dangerous. We are honestly doing you a favor. It is better if she stays here with us.
So you can kill her.
In time.
In time.
We would first like to know what she knows of."
She knows nothing. We were actually asked by her father to rescue her from those who had kidnapped her. But then we got there a moment too late, and she was transformed into Inferni. She is Inferi.
Every time.
She knows nothing. She is now a friend of ours.
How do you know she hasn't been fooling you from the start with illusions and evil?
Because I know she hasn't.
You can see how that is a terrible argument, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We feel responsible for her in some way since we were the ones who didn't get to her in time.
Oh, you should not feel responsible for that monster. She is not the girl you once knew. She died the moment she was transformed.
Yes, but she's done nothing to deserve being imprisoned.
Yes.
Yet. But she will. They always go bad,
How do you know they always go bad?
because the Dark Wizard wills it so.
Well, what do you know about them that we don't know? If we've been walking around with something this dangerous and horrible, and she's been fighting with us and helping you, then maybe we should know a little bit more about why you're imprisoning her.
She has the Dark Wizard's mark. He can assume control of her at any time, as far as we understand it.
And there's no way to sever that tie?
There is. To remove her head from her body.
That doesn't kill her?
That does get rid of most things.
Is there an option B? It doesn't involve murder.
Listen, I can tell you all care for this person deeply. Though misplaced, we will release her into your custody should you prove yourselves more of a benefit to the elves and can be trusted.
Okay, what do you want us to help with?
Cure the green path. We have already set you on this task.
I wasn't there for that.
Oh,
What is the green
that's
path?
right. Oh my god. You look like our northern brethren.
Yes.
I hate that.
That's unfortunate. But
It's
I'm
not
speaking
your
in
fault.
Elvish too, right?
Yeah.
I forget the Green Path quest.
okay, so what
You
is
remember the,
purging.
basically the DMZ? That weird green mist zone that no one
Yeah.
goes into that was basically what it used to be. Have they told you about what that place is?
I know. Did I find out about it in the?
I think you know what it is, but
Like we know what it is. I'm
I
sure
don't think
about
you've
that.
asked the elves what it is, though. You've never traveled human lands close enough to it to know. I don't think any of you have ever seen it, except for you,
I not.
that you remember.
Yes.
I'll ask. What exactly is the green path? Like,
The Green Path was once a beautiful verdant elven land. It spanned the border between the humans' realm, the dwarvish realm, and our own. All recognized our dominion over it. However, during the war, we were too aggressive. We got carried away, and when we started to lose, that spire was used to terrible effect there. That land is now cursed with the death of thousands of our brethren.
And
so you want us to purify it in some way, or
We do.
okay?
where should we start?
We do not know.
Neat.
Awesome.
You are heroes, are you not?
We are.
Then I'm sure you'll find a way.
We will find a way.
Okay.
There are 3 elven fortresses throughout that land. From what we can tell, the corruption gets more powerful as you approach each of them. The central tower seems completely impenetrable. We suggest you start there. Cure the green path, and you will have a friend in the elves forever.
We'll take that with us as we go. Is there anything else anyone has any questions on?
Nope. Guess we gotta go purify the Green Path. Which, how far away from it are we?
Couple weeks.
Are we ever going to cure the dwarf fungus?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest we do that next.
We will keep her safe until you arrive.
Okay. So we need to swing by and pick him up.
Yep.
Can I roll a prayer check to see if he notices anything?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, he's had 2
With
days.
your, with your
Literally.
days and days of calling out to Bahamut.
God damn.
No.
What did you roll? You get the feeling that you've really done your best. And that may not be a feeling from the beyond and more like a, man, being supplicant on my knees for this long, I'm really starting to kind of chafe on this stone floor. This armor was not meant for this.
Should I get 2 checks? It's been days.
Sure.
Come on.
Use it
But you keep going.
Okay, double digits.
You get this feeling of closure? Whether
She's
it be
gone now.
that it's over or things have resolved themselves. You do not know.
Takes up the heart and starts trying like a ceremonial thing? Like to offer us an altar?
Okay. I like it. Write down, give yourself like a point of, I don't know, faith or something like that. Just Just write that down somewhere.
Yes.
You've been doing this for a long time. I feel like it should be rewarded.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how fast would we be able to go back and pick him up, and then also go to the green path?
It would take probably a week and a half to get from the city to the green path. However, you have already accepted a quest to save these scouts in the dwarven city. Don't want you to forget that.
Oh, I did.
And that may be more time sensitive than the green path, which has been like that for like 600 years.
Okay, so we can go back to the dwarven city, pick him up, save the scouts, and then purify the green path.
You could do that.
Back to the underground.
Lord, before we leave, I have one last question. Are there any elves who've done any research on the green path to see if, like, what dangers we would find there?
You address the Lord in the house Carl speaks. There are many elves who have done research. However, we expect you to do this on your own.
Okay. Why is that? Why shouldn't we use the resources we have?
Roll a history check.
That's a solid 9.
You don't know, they seem like they're just being dicks.
Okay.
I agree with my associate here. Why would we not? Wouldn't it be beneficial for us to have every advantage? Because this is your goal.
It is all of the Elven people's goal to see the green path restored. However, it is your quest, and your quest alone, that we have set up before you.
What efforts have you already put into trying to purify it?
Many. We have lost many Elven lives.
In what ways?
Some go and never come back. We never hear from them again. Others come back different and must be destroyed.
Okay.
Comforting.
Most never come back at all.
Equally as comforting.
Alright.
Alright, we'll keep that in mind as we go.
I have to ask, what's the deal with the sword and the crown?
They are special relics of our people. This blade has been in my family for many generations, but was lost to us. It is good to have it returned.
But they were just down the path and in chests.
They were entombed with my father. That whole ruin was his mausoleum, I think it's the word.
And the crown?
Also his. Now a gift for my lord.
Interesting. Insight check.
Sure.
Natural
5.
I don't think that beats mine, but I'm not 100% sure.
5 is greater than
Wow.
20.
Yeah.
Basic math.
Alright, I'm gonna do the whispery whispers. What are you inciting exactly?
I'm trying to figure out if she's lying about their purpose or their... Anything just seems fishy, like she's trying to obfuscate something about them.
Okay.
Oh darn. That is interesting.
Cool.
I gained 2 abilities.
Good.
Resistance to lightning and thunder, and that anyone within 10 feet of me of my choice takes lightning or thunder damage.
So, is the crown looking a bit worse for wear?
No, it looks great.
Did there any like sword attacks?
It looks nothing. Looks like nothing happened.
Interesting.
Fantastic.
If anything, it's shinier and nicer.
My
Just
character
eating
doesn't
slow.
know anything about that, so I
Nope.
can't ask. Dang it.
You were all unconscious except for him.
Does he remember anything?
You?
Yeah.
I mean, you remember getting hit with a sword multiple times.
Uncomfortable memories.
He got dropped. The giant.
You got up there right in time to see somebody hit it with a sword and then get moonbladed to death.
My poor
NPC.
NPC character.
Yeah.
Hey, she was trying.
She did try.
Oh, we should mention before we leave, as an Inferni, Fury, god damn it.
Should you write that down? Go ahead and write that down.
I've
On
written
every
I've
page.
written down several times. I just want to pronounce it Inferni.
It's not what it is.
You wrote it Inferni too.
Oh my god.
Is that how you spell it?
Oh,
There's no
Just
N.
take the N-O, the last N-O.
There is no N.
Phonetically spell it. I don't know.
Inferi?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yay. Just keep writing it correctly. each
For
time.
those at home, he has gotten this wrong every single time he said it for like a
Listen,
month.
there's like 80 million words that you've made up that we don't know how to pronounce.
But you surely should get it after like 10 mistakes.
Nah.
No.
I don't learn from my mistakes.
Now, what are they called?
Inferi.
Yes, they are.
So, the
Like
Inferni.
God damn you!
Or like in theory.
Almost.
In theory.
I feel like at this
infuriating.
point he's just doing it just to make
You
a point.
infuriate me.
Oh,
Good.
Yay.
Rock's falling.
Alright, so as in theory, Margaret needs raw meat to survive. I would appreciate it if you fed her during her prison stay.
We will surely feed her.
Raw meat. She can't eat cooked meat.
We are aware what she can eat.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure.
They seem to have more information than we do.
Is she going to be treated nicely by you guys once we
She will
leave?
be treated with all the respect she deserves.
Which
Well,
you've
she
made.
so
Which
not
you've,
good.
Alright,
You've
we
made
should
clear-
probably hurry up then. Let's...
you've made clear that it's 0.
She will be treated with the utmost respect until you return. You are on a quest for us. We will not sully your friend while you are away.
Fine.
When did we get a queue of things to do?
Alright. Is there a shop in town that accepts, I assume, do elves have their own currency?
They do.
Can we exchange gold for their money?
For ease of system, the elves have their own currency, but it is directly relatable to how much gold you have or platinum you have.
Don't have to do math.
Yes. That sucks. Is there a place we can buy supplies for our long journey?
Yes, you can buy from any of the stores in town.
Do you have one you recommend for travelers?
There's only one general goods store.
Okay,
I recommend that one.
that'll do.
That'll be owned by. That is Terrorward. Terrorward's General Goods.
Okay, so we do whatever song and dance we have to do to leave the Elven Lord's presence without offending him.
You chicken dance your way out.
All right.
Sweet.
You don't
Yeah.
do that, but you give another
Whatever
bow,
that
and then
thing
you
is.
can simply just walk out.
Okay. So we go to the general goods store and stock up for a
Sure.
2 weeks journey.
How much is that?
Okay. On food, let's
And
say
water.
5 gold apiece.
Cool.
What if we still have rations?
That's great. Life's good.
I mean, yeah.
I don't
We
think-
were in the Underdark for like a second.
Yeah.
That is very
You
true.
should still be okay on those. Really.
Really?
I mean,
Still need more. I only have 9 days.
I thought it was 6 days.
I bought more.
Or
There
you
you
bought
go.
more.
So this is for I wanted 2 weeks just to be conservative, because you said the journey's a week and a half back to the Dwarven City.
no, Jordan City, you're gonna get there in like 2 days.
I thought it was a week and a half.
Week and a half from the Dwarven City to the Green Path. 2
Okay.
weeks probably from here to the Green Path.
Gotcha.
So how many?
We probably
days
need
of
like
rations?
health potions and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are expensive.
They are expensive.
What do you shopkeep? What are your rates for healing salves and potions?
Oh, well, I have. I will look up
He gets out his
the
iPad.
potions.
Oh, what is that?
The elves are quite
He has one of
never
those
seen that
square
before.
things that you
Which
swipe
I
your card in.
forget.
Wow.
what they
the
are.
elves are quite advanced.
They
Jesus.
really are.
It's almost like it's 20. Whatever year it is, 2018.
Yeah, that's what year it is.
The year of our Lord
All right.
2018.
I have 7 potions of healing, 3 greater healing potions, a superior healing potion, and that's it. I also have some ointments that will help with rashes from some of the poisonous flowers. If you were to touch them, they will get rather itchy.
Do I get to know the stats of those potions?
The normal one is 2d4 plus 2, greater is 44 plus 4.
What's the cost of the greater?
Too much money is what it is.
Lots.
I've got 600 gold. I got money.
It'd probably be
You
a third
still
of
have
have-
money.
It's really not
I
that.
also have the party
Because
fund.
we sold, or I remember we sold, or we had a share of a monster we
The
killed. It was
greater
quite a bit of
healing
money.
potions will run you about
This is after all your money. was stolen.
500 gold pieces a piece.
That's what I said.
The common will run you 100 gold pieces a piece.
Mm-hmm.
I have one common. Where are you figuring for 100?
Common is 50, or what would you say? Sorry.
Common is 100.
I give you a platinum because that's 100, right? All right, no, that's crap. I don't know what was it.
10. So that would be a 90% loss on his part. You hand him the platinum and he holds it and he just looks at you like
How much is a platinum again?
it's worth 10 gold pieces.
Oh, so I have to give
10 of them.
10 of them. Okay, I do that.
And he's like, thank you. Here you go.
Do you give any
remember.
discounts for bulk buying, or people who maybe just retrieve some precious artifacts for the elves?
Bulk buying, I am happy to give you a discount for. How many of these would you like?
Maybe we should do like. Well, okay, hold on. DM.
Yeah.
Where were we on the tweaking my class thing?
Oh, I thought we agreed that it was 2d12 now.
The healing
Yeah.
is 2d12.
You can only do it like 3 times a day, right?
No, I can do it as many times as I have vials.
Alright. What did we agree on? 1d12?
I
What is it
don't
right now?
remember.
It's like nothing, right?
Yeah, it's like 1d8.
It's 1d8. Okay, we should do like 1d12 plus 6.
Okay.
I thought we had agreed on this another time.
I don't remember. You never write
It's
anything down.
1d12 plus 6.
Sweet. If we do 5 of these, the
I have 6 left after she just bought hers, so 5.
how much would you be willing to part with those?
I could do 5 for 450.
Could you do 5 for 425?
Persuasion check.
I'm not good at these.
You're so pretty though.
I got another natural 20.
Keep that die.
What are you?
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Sure. 425 it is.
I like the elves. They're nice. Is everyone okay with me using the party funds for these, so everyone gets a healing potion and
Sure.
I'm
they
okay
don't
with
have
that.
to worry about it?
How much is in the party fund at the moment?
Like 3,000 something gold.
We're so broke.
That's not including mine, unfortunately.
No, yours is separate from that. I have that written in a different area.
You're currently broke because all your money's in the bag of holding.
550 of my gold's in the bank.
That you will never get back.
You are earning interest.
Yeah. Whenever I go back to
And-
Clearwater, I'll earn that interest.
And it doesn't matter because she's not here, so I don't even
You
remember.
go
how
back
much
when
is
you're
in
80.
it.
What?
Take out a small fortune when you're 80.
Yeah.
You finish adventuring.
It's my retirement fund.
Wow.
I wonder what returns are here in the Middle Ages. Let's find
The
out.
crappiest.
might be excellent. This is before banking regulations, right?
So that means they don't have to really do anything.
Is
There's
that-
no regulation.
Yeah, Stevens Gold, FDIC insured.
No. Certainly not.
Well, luckily you bank with a bank that's, in a capital city and probably won't go out of, unless the whole city's destroyed, then I'm so sorry.
That's,
Loot it.
That's seeming more and more likely.
We'll see what happens. It's all up to you guys. No pressure. Alright,
The
what would you
world
like
is
to do?
doomed.
The world is doomed. We're gonna fuck it up.
Alright, guys, what you doing?
Guess we're heading back, right?
Heading out.
Guess we're heading back and going back into that damn mine shaft that I don't want to go back into.
Alright.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna meditate or something.
The Eladrin comes to greet you as you leave the forest, as you leave the town proper, and she sort of leads you guys out, and then as soon as she steps outside of the city area, she just waves her hand, and it sort of shimmers for a second, and you guys can still see it, but there's this shimmer effect over it, where if you hadn't been there before, it's almost like you don't want to look at it. Like it may have been there. You may have passed this many times and never seen it. Such is the magic of the elves. You are led for about 3.5 hours to the edge of the forest, where it took you more than a day to get here before.
We're winners, okay.
It's just hard to see these places. They're hidden.
What's happening to my NPC?
He's executed.
Oh my god.
You have been given a promotion.
Nice.
You are no longer on
Bullet duty.
border guard duty.
Mm.
You are now on the Lord's house guard duty, which means a much more pampered life, but one where you have to stand up a lot straighter.
Damn.
Congratulations.
Not worth it.
My character, my NPC is happy.
He's living a much more comfortable life than he did before,
You're welcome.
and he isn't as insulted or looked down on quite as much because you get different armor.
What was that
That's the
NPC's
only-
name?
What was his name?
I don't think
I think it was.
It was Slave
Sam-
450.
It was-
It's Samwise.
It was Samwise, but I'm gonna change that to be a more elvish name.
It was Samwise
Well, I mean,
while
it's
he was
half
playing
elf.
it.
So
Yeah, but he lives with the elves. They would have given him an elvish name.
Samwise is his middle.
Sure.
I
His
think this-
nickname.
I think this is the only person the
You know what?
blacksmith.
Samwise. That's the name. It's good
I
enough.
think Samwise is the only person who's come in contact with the blacksmiths and come out better for it.
Yeah, he is the only person so far, except for if you consider the Lord and the Eladrin, who both got some pretty nice shit.
Yeah,
No,
You-
he's like the first lowly
Yeah,
NPC.
that's
like,
true.
we are a friend of the elves apparently, and no one else.
Yeah, well,
And Amber,
Amber likes you.
kind of.
He
And
thinks,
The
like,
dwarves will like us.
he thinks we're idiots.
That's only if we don't
he,
screw
knows,
up.
he knows we're
Let's
idiots.
not die.
He's aware.
It's
He
not-
doesn't think. He has empirical proof. You are led to the edge of the elven forest, and the Eladrin, once you get to the edge, she doesn't leave. In fact, she stops, hard stops. She doesn't, as if she can't exit the forest. She plays this off fairly well, though. She seems to forget herself for a moment, and sort of like has to stop herself and bows and says to you, "Good luck on your adventures. We will keep your pet safe."
Thank you.
thank you.
We'll be back. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. We have some faith in you, and thank you for retrieving my sword.
You're welcome. That's surprising to hear.
Yeah, that's weird.
No.
I mean, yes, great. You have a good day now?
Yes. And she turns and begins to do the elvish thing where she jumps up into the trees and bounds through the trees.
Guys,
should learn
they
to do
totally
that.
know way more than they let on. They know everything about the Inferi, and they know about this dark wizard, and we all know that it's Rinwald and everything, and we need to talk to them more.
I need to learn to do that tree thing.
Yes, that would be great, but mostly
Focusing on the important things.
focusing on the whole, they could probably help us defeat who we need to defeat sort of thing.
Only if we prove ourselves.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
We need
useless.
to make them. We need to prove our worth to them, so they'll help us out later.
I think that they could be an extreme. Well, I know that they would be an extremely powerful ally. We have to do this thing for them. We have to get them on our side.
Yes, but
Yep.
the task they're asking of us is one that they themselves couldn't accomplish.
It's true, but we manage to stumble and fuck up our way through things most of the time. So we have a special touch, I feel like, for these sort of things. And
We were told that.
Who's to say we don't make it worse?
well, would anyone really be that surprised?
No.
No.
Well, we've made a good impression of the elves. They might be slightly surprised. Everyone else, though, no.
I would be extremely surprised if we did well.
Well,
Then again, I'm surprised every morning when I wake up and I'm not dead.
if they give that little faith of us, they might not be
What are you
allies in
doing?
the long term.
Loki's just loking about the place.
That is what he does.
Just trying to throw down the stairs so he would leave.
That is what he do.
Yeah,
How he do.
he here.
So much.
Alright.
That. Alright, we start heading out, I assume,
We start
towards
heading
the
towards the
dwarven lands again.
Listen,
Like the
guys, I'm
Red
thinking
Wall.
that maybe we can, I'll provide support from afar.
Same.
Above
I don't want to be
ground.
up close.
As you leave the elven forest, you feel this sort of burning sensation on your collarbone right about here. It's like this, it's warm at first, then hot, then a little tiny bit painful, and then it subsides. And when you look down, there's like a little sort of elvish rune sort of branded into you.
Well, she knows Elvish, so she can read it, right?
It's not an elvish character. It's like a magical character, like a runic character.
Although she's-
Someone with magic or wizard's training might have. Oh, you actually might have an idea.
Yeah.
Look at my Arcana or History.
Arcana, probably.
Arcana. Let's
Arcana or history, whatever you're proficient
both.
in. Then roll an advantage.
Woo! 18 plus 5.
Roll an advantage anyway.
Oh.
Yeah,
Worse.
We'll go with 18 plus
18.
5. So 23. This seems like it's sort of like it has something to do with the soul. You imagine that you're walking around because in some way this reincarnation has bound you to this new form, and this is your binding rune. You should endeavor not to hurt your binding rune.
Okay.
It also is specifically a Southern Elves character. You might get looks from Northern Elves, given you're a Northern Elf with a Southern Elf brand. People would probably be aware that you were reincarnated, or something was
Are
fishy.
you gonna put it in like a different place where people can see it? Like the inner thigh or the butt?
Those
not
would be
obvious.
Those would be interesting places.
That would
But I
be.
think it's probably easier to make sure it doesn't get hurt if it's.
I think it's easier.
if you're
Doesn't
not
get hurt,
sitting on it all the time.
and the thigh doesn't get sat on. It's probably less conspicuous for someone to attack you there too. They will attack us.
It's true. Should cover it up with mud or something, maybe. Some makeup.
Well, I mean, someone might stab you
Some
there
makeup. Do
incidentally.
you have makeup?
No.
Does the little box? No, I can't do that, can I?
Can't make something that would be.
Yeah, that I'd have to use. Crap.
You can buy makeup. Makeup exists.
Yeah, we're gonna or a permanent tattoo to like hide it.
You can do that too.
Be like it's still there, but we just want to cover it with to make sure people don't know that's a bad place to attack.
Oh,
Get
good
a
to know.
target just tattooed right there.
You head to Redwall.
I'm
Yes.
just gonna move my cloak so that it covers it.
Again, you head to the edge of Redwall's great, large, thick red wall. Still as scarred and repatched as it used to be. As you arrive, a loud horn is blared, and the gates begin to open for you as you walk inside. Some of the dwarves there, all the dwarves there, seem to know you, recognize your personage, given that you're all fairly recognizable, being a cat person, a demon, an almost demon, a red armor wearing half elf,
Not there.
and this new person. Oh, you're not there.
Dave's there though.
This invisible entity.
Davey's there. He's recognized.
Without his axe.
Without his axe. Oh, he should be more upset about that. He'll get over it.
Would you ask for his axe and
Oh, yeah,
He
we
had asked for his axe.
He would have asked for it. They have no knowledge of where that is.
Oh no.
Well.
Oh, Margaret.
Trixie.
It's probably somewhere in the forest.
We should have probably stopped to visit Margaret in prison and asked her.
Probably should have.
Yes.
Oh well.
Might have
We
to
can
go
get
back.
him a better axe from the dwarves.
You can. Probably, definitely.
I could try to make it cool.
You probably could.
This is what I tell him. I don't know if it makes him feel better.
He doesn't.
Yeah. We'll get you a better
He
axe.
vows to kill Margaret.
How does he know that she had anything to do with it?
He doesn't know. He strongly suspects.
Just anything bad.
I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna say-
anything bad that happens to him.
I
Stubs
thought you
his
were
toe.
gonna
God
say
damn
he
it,
doesn't
Margaret.
know. He just really doesn't like her.
That
It makes
also
me
is
feel
true.
better.
Alright, you head into the city proper. Again, you're at this sort of precipice with this large stalactite and stalagmite that have met. I guess it's called like a column, this large stone column. The bottom of the stalagmite houses all the nobility. The top is this palace, and then there's bridges that go from all the other districts to it. The whole cavern, again, is lit by a lava flow that runs in the back of the cavern down, which sort of illuminates most of the cavern. And you also know that they're using that lava flow to light and keep lit some of the big forges.
Alright,
I guess we should find a weapon for Davy.
we could split up, have part of the party go shopping for Davey and the other party go find Roland, explain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should probably bring Momo along with us to explain.
Yeah,
I say
I'll come.
just send them.
I bet Roland's been
wouldn't go
having a
very
tough
well.
time relaxing and taking naps and eating good food and drinking good dwarvish. Well, he doesn't drink. Good dwarvish orange
Water.
juice.
Mineral water. I mean, it's filtered here.
Man,
Great for the skin.
living the life.
Yes, I'll go see Roland.
Is prepping like a funeral rite thing?
Yeah.
He's
Also,
just having the worst fucking time.
During your time here, you realize that the dwarves, their main god is the dwarven god, but they mostly worship saints, paragons of their people. There's a great number of them for all sorts of different particular things that the dwarves find useful. There's one for smithing, mining, nobility, each have a saint. You just know that from being there for like a week. You're also aware that this temple, which is the only temple in the city, because the dwarves are not in that whole like more than one temple thing, they make one centralized building for all the people that are worth worshiping.
All their worshipping needs.
You gather from this experience that usually a saint of mining and a saint of nobility would have sort of a scales on which one was better in at least the human realms. That is not true here in the dwarven realms. They are equal. Both have their place. So you're also seeing this as being something like sort of obvious in the daily lives of the dwarves. So at one point you saw a lower caste dwarf knock into a guard, a good group of guards, with a bunch of boxes and drop it on them and the floor. And the guards are like, "Oh, sorry," and they help pick it up. In the human world, it'd be more like they give them a swift kick in the nuts and tell them to pick up the boxes.
Ah, humans.
You can tell that dwarven society is like a very inclusive, working together. Everyone is in their place and wants to be in their place. Through your conversations with the priests, their family have been priests, and then their father and their father's father and their father's father's father have been priests since the dawn of this city, and they will be forever because that's what they do. It isn't. They don't ever think about, oh, I'd like to do this. They think, I do this. This is what I'm good at. This is what my family does, and so I do it. It's not that they don't have ambition. They have ambition to be the best at that thing that they're set into. So you were born into the mining caste. You want to be the best miner you can be. You don't want to be a noble. That's just like part of the dwarven culture and society. They're happy where they are.
What's that like?
Yeah. But in a few moments, after you're about to give last rites to this altar in memory of Momo, who walks into the room?
I walk
Momo.
in.
These two walk in. You see your friend, the cat, and an elf.
I say hi to Fox and ask about Mom. Hello. Bye. That's,
You can say that in character.
I didn't realize after I said that. Hey, who's the new person?
It's Momo.
Turn around, hide if you know right. Turn back around.
I'm not burning this incense. So.
Can I do a perception to see if I noticed what it
Oh,
was?
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
don't think I
No,
noticed
he just looks like he's gathering some of his things.
Yeah, I don't notice anything.
Yeah, it is good to see you back. I'm glad they were successful.
You had all the faith in the world.
Totally, do you guys.
Well, I'm sure your prayers helped. It's on our way. We are somehow alive.
Yes, I'm sure they did. I hope they did.
I felt your nice prayers.
Well,
Man.
Davey lost his axe, so that's the others are all going shopping.
I'm gonna finish up a few things here, and then I'll join you to help pick up an axe.
Is there any way we can help?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Just to finish
you
something
sure?
up. Yeah, I'm good.
Are you
Just,
sure?
Yes. Thanks.
Okay, I mean, we can just wait in the back.
Oh, wait.
I'll catch up to you
Okay.
later.
You sure?
Yes.
How will you meet up with us?
I know the dwarves. They'll tell me where you went. Good people. Very good people. Very helpful.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so we'll see you later then, Roland.
Awkward.
Thank
Yes.
you again, Roland.
You're very welcome for your
Undying faith.
Setting up this altar for like an hour and a half.
Do you want to open up a window, Eric?
Couldn't have come any sooner.
but it's gonna get worse because it's hot outside.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I
about
don't
that. It's warm out.
think
For
so.
the first time
But
in
It's
air will-
64 degrees.
Yeah.
the history of our world,
It's only 65.
oh shit.
It's pretty cool this morning.
Bless you, Loki.
What is happening?
Loki gets allergies.
Yeah, I'm about to say
okay?
spring allergy time.
Yeah, it's not so bad out there.
Whoa.
Hey, Sam. You
Yeah.
wanna open up the other one?
Yeah.
The window.
Why would we do that?
Oh, Loki.
Sorry.
He's so cute. With his cute little paws.
Whoa.
I've lost my.
I saw a wonderful.
Oh,
That
right.
is
You
you.
didn't do that. They were broken this
I
right.
feel like everything is breaking.
That's fine.
Do you need help?
The complex will get it fixed eventually.
Let's just fix this.
I'll fix it.
Eric, this fountain pen's pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It does look pretty cool.
I'm
I
enjoying.
gotta say.
I'm enjoying writing with it. You gotta like because like it puts out as much ink and like more ink the harder you
There you
press,
go.
so you'd have a consistent
Good enough,
pressure
right?
the whole time.
Sure. So as you guys are, I'll wait for Michelle to get back. Where is she?
Is it like refillable or?
Yeah, if I got like a basically lifetime supply of like the little thing right there. I like press it on there. There's like a spike on the bottom that pierces it. That's how it gets ink. I got like a 20 pack of those.
It'll last a while.
Changing the tone.
You know, for future streaming, you could do something like when we're having like a short intermission like this. You could just put a red card on your thing, and then when you can just scan through the video and quickly see parts you should cut out,
That's true. I could do that,
I'll put a card.
but I won't.
or some
Cut
marker.
at this part.
Yeah, some marker that you can scan that you can like see through the video and find to cut out quickly.
I could, yeah. I'll almost certainly not cut this out though.
Oh, really?
Really.
Damn it.
We just did that, and it's gonna be in there forever.
Yes.
Loki look. When are you guys
So cute.
when are you guys going or going on vacation?
June time.
Okay.
I'm not sure. July?
You forgot the month?
Yeah, I'm not sure. June and July are pretty similar for
Did
me.
you already
so.
buy your plane tickets? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we got all the stuff. I'm sure it says it on the plane ticket.
Yeah, you're
God.
you're gonna wake up one morning like we're at the airport. Where are you?
Fuck!
Delay the plane as much as possible.
Say there's a bomb. Say there's a
Oh
bomb.
my God! Don't do that. No one will be going on that trip. Everyone would have gotten arrested
Uh,
Do what you
Why
gotta
are we getting arrested right now?
nothing.
because you're saying okay.
Nothing at all.
I was poking fun at the fact that Eric doesn't know when you guys are going to wherever.
Yes. What? Anyway,
Axe shopping.
yes, you two will go axe shopping.
Okay.
You already have access to one of the big forges.
Access.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay.
Wow.
All right, we need to really impress Davey here because he's pissed right now. He's gonna get more pissed.
Yeah, true. Davey, what would you think about an axe that when you slung it out, another little axe came out of the top of it and just...
That sounds really stupid.
Yeah, it's really fucking stupid. Listen, I'm not good at making weapons, like simple
What the
weapons
hell
and
are
stuff
you
like
making
this.
Those things for.
They're not simple. They're works of art.
Should make a gun that shoots axes.
My
Yes.
axe was a work of art.
How would you feel
a
about
crossbow that fires axes?
Yeah, it's a crossbow.
I just want an axe.
Okay, come on, I'll take you to somebody. Jesus.
All right,
Try to do nice things with
let's go. All right, let's go. Come on, Davey. Let's go shopping. We're gonna get you an axe, and you're gonna forget all about your old axe.
All right. I don't think I will. I love that axe.
It's gonna be a good axe.
That was my hidden axe.
All axes do the same. I mean, yes, it was a very special. I'm sorry.
Give him
You know
a
what?
spiky.
Your heart's broken, and right now it
Hammer.
seems like it'll never get better, but it does.
It gets better, Davey.
So you can easily buy a dwarven battle axe, which is a special. It's a special metal, stronger metal, better make. That's 500 gold pieces.
That's not reasonable.
Sure.
Would it be as good or better than his axe he lost?
I don't remember what his axe was, so
It was, I think, 1d12.
Just the-
it
Yeah.
won't deal more damage. It will deal the same damage, but the material is tougher.
So that means like you go longer between sharpenings.
Yeah.
Cool.
Higher
Okay.
DC on the
What's the next tier up?
answer.
We got
The
an
next tier up is a
magical-
+1 dwarven battle axe.
Oh snap!
That's 5,000 gold pieces.
Little out of our price range.
Do you sell some is there anyone available who could enchant the axe to do some special fun stuff?
There's one guy in town. What's his name? Artemis Archibald. What's his name? I forget.
Oh, you're asking me? There's like a dwarven master named Hilvar Farmak.
That's not the guy that. This is the crazy guy.
Oh yes, that guy.
I have crazier than
Oh no, I don't remember his name.
Starts with an A. Does anybody have the notes on what his name is? Sam usually has the notes.
I have no. I don't think I've ever done his name. I think he's just written on Crazy Guy.
Crazy guy works.
All right, crazy guy, crazy guy to general shop.
Just
Started
look
with
for
an
the
A.
one that's on fire.
Yeah. Let me find his name. Started with an A. I swear it to be so.
I mean, you could just tell us a name and we'll never know that it was.
That's true. I
Wrong.
could, but that would not be the same, would it?
We
No.
wouldn't know the difference.
No, it's not him.
So I bring that Gim back, but that's not the person.
I think it's Artemis.
Yeah, Artemis sounded familiar.
I think it's Artemis. What's his last name? Oakmall. That's it. Artemis Oakmall
Artemis.
of the Great Oakmalls.
Naturally.
How did they luck out to get such a crazy inventor to be just what he was supposed to be, born into doing exactly that?
Yeah. The Oakmalls are, based on their name, you get the idea of what they do. They do woodworking, which is like furniture. So this is like an exception among the dwarves of a dwarf that is not doing woodworking. He's doing whatever it is he does. Most people just give it a pass because he's just crazy.
Oh, my blow him up.
They're like, we don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah, it's like, it's better he's not in a furniture shop.
We'll get some really weird chairs.
Oh, yes.
They
Just
just
some really weird
explode.
chairs because they'd be charcoal.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's like you buy a chair, you put it into your dining room, looks perfect.
This isn't very
You leave
comfortable.
for an hour, come back, no house.
No, it's gone. Thank God they made
Maybe
most
they
stuff out of
tried.
stone.
They found he was terrible at it. And he's like, well, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anything that can set on fire that doesn't turn to ash. Okay, probably metal works for you.
Yep.
Okay, so we buy
Did
the.
you buy the 500 gold piece to battle axe?
Yes, I think so.
You
It's
better
a
have money.
it's a black and bronze metal casted axe. The blades themselves seem to have just the edges are made of this bronze material, and the rest of it is this black steel. It's you can just feel this thing's heavy for its size. You pick it up and it's like much heavier than you would think it would be.
Is Davey here with us?
He is.
Okay. What do you think?
Picks it up with one arm, spins it around, slams it into the ground, and it goes just a couple inches into the stonework, pulls it out. I like it.
Cool.
I miss my old axe, but this will do.
How would you feel about enchanting that to do more, to hurt people more?
I'm fine with that, though. In our experience, it's taken more than like a week to get enchanting done.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And as far as I understand
time-consuming.
it, we should be getting to that scout as soon as possible.
Damn it. Why are you so responsible, Davey?
You seem to be the
So-
voice of reason lately. It's freaking me out.
I know.
I'm no different than I usually am. I don't know what you're
Really?
talking about.
Lies.
Weird.
How do you feel about fishing?
I love fishing,
Okay.
I still think he could
but
do
I
more.
really think we should
That would
focus
be
on the task at hand.
Yes, I think.
Focus on something besides ourselves.
And then Davey just walks out of the room.
Yeah.
God damn it. There has to
Okay.
be a way. Hold on. I still have that paper.
What paper?
About Margaret. I'm
Oh.
beginning to suspect things. Davey's suddenly the voice of reason and not wants to murder everything in his path.
He's always been.
He's
always
been
been
a pretty
rough.
serious guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Except when he took his clothes off to fight.
Yeah, well. That was a tough time for Davey.
Yeah, it was a tough time for Davey.
He still only has one testicle.
The day Davey's nuts got ruined.
Oh.
I thought the wizards were able to save one.
They were. They
Good.
were able to save
It's a
both,
uniball
actually.
now.
Both. I thought they lost one.
One of them was hanging out, but he
Oh.
it was saved through magic. I don't think we really need to dredge this up right now.
Yes, we do.
It
At
was a
the-
tragic
Yes, we do.
memory.
Ew.
Yeah. Alright.
Everyone was horrified.
That was funny.
I was horrified. Alright.
You're the one that.
Okay. I merely run the characters.
It all came out of your sick mind.
He took his pants off. I had nothing to do with that. I didn't say, Davey, take your pants
Did
off.
you see what he was wearing? He totally deserved it.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
God.
Victim blaming.
And now
God damn
it's
it.
and now we can't post this on YouTube.
You should definitely
Yeah.
cut that part out and just leave the part where you're
I'm
like, he
leaving
took his pants off when I did what I did.
It'll be. Yep. Now the
Leaving
video.
it.
Now. Yep.
No, just
Now
put that up there.
Yeah,
No
just
context.
put that. No
Are you
context.
heading down the shaft?
No.
Did we meet back up?
Yeah, you
Okay.
meet back up at the mine shaft.
No.
Momo stands there silently, looking like she's like preparing herself, like prep talking.
Alright, I'm gonna pass out the health potions, so everyone should have a
Common.
common
2d4 plus 2.
healing potion.
That's gonna suck.
How long does it take me to make healing vials?
I don't know.
That reminds
An
me.
hour? To make one?
To make one? I don't just make them up in a big batch.
An hour to make one? Sounds good.
Okay. Well, never mind. I guess I only have.
How long do they last?
Forever. Once you've made them, they're good.
Gosh
Okay,
darn it.
that seems a bit more.
Loki's over there barking at our bedroom window.
Can't even hear him.
He probably sees the
Oh,
goose.
he's got his hackles raised too from the second floor window. He's an idiot.
He's about to fly through that screen.
Yeah, he's
This-
about to jump through the window
Wait.
after probably what is a squirrel or a chipmunk.
When you reroll damage rolls,
How dare they.
you can spend one sorcery point to reroll a number of the damage dice up to your
Charisma modifier, which is.
Yeah. I saw a gif on Reddit. Maybe want to get one of those like called.
My charisma
Sorry,
modifier is
3.
It's great.
I can reroll.
Maybe one.
And now we have a puppy break.
All right,
Always
Michelle.
have puppy breaks.
We're playing D&D. No puppy time.
See, I want this dog now.
Oh, I saw that dog.
Yeah, dog's great.
All right.
What type of dog?
You are at the entrance where the mine shaft breaks into a natural cavern, and you can head downwards.
And these scouts are in the mine shaft?
They scouted down through there. You don't know what happened to them.
Oh, and never.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna be in the back.
Yeah.
A novel idea for a magic user.
Does she still have magic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if magic was like something you were born with, like maybe your new
She
body.
was born with it.
I was.
Well, yeah. Were you reborn
Maybe she's
with
born
it?
with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
was she reborn with magic? Is the question.
Seems to be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out in the middle of battle.
I guess so.
Great.
Fantastic.
That's the best way to find out.
All right.
Wait, so we do need to know. Well, I guess I'll figure out when damage takes place. If it's being halved, to see if I'm still half whatever.
Yes, we will see.
Okay.
Remind me of that.
Okay. This time we won't screw it up.
As we head down, you head down the several hours of winding natural cavern, and you come about 200 feet from the opening where you had entered before, and you hear a.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Guys,
I do the. I don't know.
Fox, can
Oh
you
wait, I
fireball
can
that?
see.
What?
Can you fireball that?
Can I see them?
Fire.
That's the question.
want me
No,
to-
you can't see anything. You're
I've
200
got-
feet away.
I've got super duper dark vision, but I don't think.
I've got dark vision too now, which it's
Your dark
weird.
vision is as long as you can see, not at range. So.
Nice. So I'm pretty alright. I can, as long as I can't see it, I'm fine.
You can make a perception check if you can look in that direction. Straight on.
Momo's gonna look in that direction because she's freaked the hell out.
He has
It's
longer
not a
vision
woo.
than you. He has the longest vision.
You said
really?
perception.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't see them.
Perception. 18 plus 2.
Wow, 20. Yeah. You see a number of them. I mean, it's distinct.
Oh wait,
It has a distinct shape to it.
same thing that.
Yeah. It's a much larger version, and from this distance, you can see it's eating the corpses of the other Umber Hulks.
Oh great.
Momo stops walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should all
and,
stop
like,
walking.
it backs up just a little bit.
So I wasn't there. I was unconscious. How bad was the fight with the Umber Hulks?
Momo died.
Well, Momo died. That could have been a fluke.
Momo died.
Most of
We
us
all
were at
almost
pretty low health.
died.
Most of us were
Dead.
all pretty close
There
to
were
dying.
3 of them, though. This is only 1.
Yeah,
One-
with the strength of 3. Who's eating the other ones?
They are dead. They're not fighting back.
This thing is crazy.
It probably just killed them.
No, we killed them.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed them?
We killed them.
Well,
It was very hard to do.
Don't look at their face.
Yeah, don't look in their eyes or at their face. Don't
Well,
look
actually, I
at
wouldn't
them
know that.
at all.
But yeah, don't do that.
yeah,
I
don't
think
look
you
at
would
it.
all know by now.
Yeah.
Probably shared that information.
Would I, with my intelligence, would I know if trying to blind them with light, something that lives underground and never sees light, if that is something viable, or if it would just attract more of them?
You can use your human brain to decide that. You don't need to roll. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I would think that having a hefty source of light in a place like this would probably repel things, because they don't necessarily like seeing that.
That sounds reasonable.
We can
Anyone
always
want
test
to
this.
make us light up? Very, very bright and scary.
I can only do dancing
keep-
light.
Could keep things away from us.
I don't know if that's bright enough.
This
though.
is just a theory I have now. If it ends up,
we don't have our Davy tank. This is going to be challenging.
yeah.
He's with you.
Anyone have like a mirror to amplify the light? Maybe.
I mean, I can cast light. But
Yeah, I
that's
can
not
cast dancing light.
very good.
Yeah, it's not very. It's
I don't
bright enough.
I think we quite have the light you're talking about.
Well, I mean, just some sort of light.
You got.
No, I don't know about that. Or do I? I don't remember.
The sun.
Yeah, that
Stone thing?
Some stone. Did we sell that?
No, I still have it.
Oh.
That's gonna be like a last resort sort of thing.
Makes things rain though.
Was that the thing that?
It's okay.
What about when you were at the tournament? You had that thing that blew up when you were being interrogated. Like you.
Oh,
Thunderstone.
Thunderstone.
Does that produce light or just like a
No,
booming sound?
it's more like just a concussive force and lots and lots of sound.
Definitely don't
Very,
want sound.
very loud.
I don't think sound would be a good idea. Not particularly.
It continues to tear
I think
apart
that
what's there, and you can get the smell. Now that you've been standing here for a while, of like rotting flesh. You've been away from the Underhawk for about a week, so these are like little rotting corpses of Umberhawks.
I see the drag marks of blood out of the cave.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too much.
I mean,
It was yours.
it was. It still is mine. Okay.
What do you want to
should we
do?
kill it?
We definitely should.
Before it kills us.
Yeah, before maybe it's not paying attention to us, so we might be able to get sneak attack in.
Great! I point my gun at it and I shoot it in the head.
I point my wand at it and blast shoot.
I'm also going to attack it. I'm like, oh, everyone's doing it. I'm going to attack.
Okay.
If we can get
As
The best.
Addie pulls out her gun and levels it at it, you two are like, "Oh, we're doing this," and you all fire at the same time. Go ahead and roll an attack at advantage. It doesn't know you're there.
Okay. Chaos bolt.
It's an 18 plus 7. I'm pretty sure that hits.
Looking through something. Crap.
First one's hit is
Okay, that one hits. That's good. Let me make sure I'm attacking with the right one.
it's a
What's he doing?
What is
like
your
a
range? 120 feet. That's good.
6 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's the first one.
10
Natural 20 on the
damage.
second.
Wow. Okay. That hits too.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
like
got 19 to hit.
Sounds like we're gonna fuck this thing up before the battle even starts.
I'm pretty sure you are.
Yeah.
Alright. Which gun did you use?
The special magical one.
Cool.
Loki really wants to play with the husky puppy.
I want to play with the husky
I
puppies.
know, it's adorable.
We need to take a puppy break.
We should take a puppy break. Damage.
10.
Damage.
Hold on, hold on.
I'm gonna go
Damage.
yell at the dog.
2d8, which I don't even have out.
21 damage.
Wow.
Ugh, I need another 8.
2d8, damn.
Yeah, that's what it does. 2d8 plus
Yeah. So 30, that's
Wow, that-
31.
6 plus 5 plus. And then damage type.
The
So 5 plus 6 of cold damage. So 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus whatever. Plus what am I keep forgetting what I add as a sorcerer. Was it-
to your damage?
Yeah.
Just the spell.
Oh, just a spell? Okay. So 13
13, 31. That's 44 damage in
of
just
cold
one
damage.
and one little bit. You use the magic missiles?
No, I used Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha. Well, you said you were pulling out your wand.
Yeah, I have the wand of the plus 1 wand.
Ah, to cast. Gotcha. I understand. So yeah, you guys all at once fire this cacophony of magic and bullets, which you see, and they have a little trouble seeing at the distance. But you guys all at once blast away the upper exoskeleton of this Umberhawk. Just shatters off. A bullet peppers it in a little bit in the face. Chaos bolt. What kind of damage did it deal? Cold. Ices up the open wound and like probably freezes up some of its muscles, and then your witch bolt does force
This is
knocks the
Eldritch Blast.
exoskeleton off, and then knocks it on its back where it does the little bug thing. It freaks out for a second, and then it gets up and then runs away
Ew.
Damn it.
in a hurry.
Well, I guess we'll find that thing later. Unless it bleeds out. Which, by the way, for those of you without dark vision, you fucked it up.
I can kind of see it, but
Yeah.
not like
As
clear.
soon as it got back up, it ran off into the darkness. So we'll find it later.
Great.
It was, yeah, it was a much larger Umber Hulk. Now you come up here and you check these corpses. It was much larger than these ones. But yeah, it left in a hurry. You can see a blood trail of it leading off and then up the wall.
Great. Drop on us anytime.
We'll just have to hear. Someone who does anyone is particularly good at hearing?
Elf.
Alright.
You do have advantage on perception checks with hearing, but that's not because you're an elf.
Awesome. Cool. I
What
will.
are those big ears just for show?
Yes. They're for decoration.
I always thought
Aren't they cute?
I heard better because I was an elf. I guess I was living a lie.
Yep.
Nope. So what does that give advantage on perception wise? How much?
Perception on advantage on perception checks that involve hearing or
Right.
scent.
Okay. I will keep track of that.
Cool. All right. You enter this cavern. You step past the broken corpses of these Umber Hulks and
Just
a
go
large
way
pool
around
of
them.
dried blood that was probably you. In the distance, at the end of this natural cavern, you can step over this lake that you can hear falls into a slight waterfall. There's a little light at the end of the cavern. Flickers.
It flickers. That's strange.
Okay.
Do we have any idea of the way that these guys went?
Umber
How?
Hulks.
No, the scouting team. How long ago did they say they left?
It's gonna be about over a week now.
Holy shit.
Well.
Okay. We could try to look for any sign of the way they could have gone.
Okay.
Is it pretty dry or is it muddy in here? Dank?
The water running through makes it a tiny bit muddy, but it's mostly rock, so it's rock running over water. Water running over rock.
And what were they looking for in here?
They were just a scouting party
Okay.
looking for information on enemy movement.
Maybe we should walk towards the light that we see. Maybe they would have done that first. Maybe they wouldn't have been dumb enough to do that first.
Or maybe they got attacked and killed by eaten by Umber Hulks.
But we didn't see any other.
Well, did we see any other blood or like
No, you didn't see
struggle
any.
looking
You didn't see
sort of stuff?
anything look like a struggle so far.
Well,
It should be apparent, since we had a struggle. My blood splatters everywhere. It should be obvious to find them if they fought them.
this is true. I think the only way we're gonna get anywhere is by going a direction and
Alright.
just
We'll just
figuring
keep
it
going
out.
the direction we were going earlier. Then.
You're in a
Moving
big
forward,
open
like-
natural cavern, so you've kind of stopped going through your winding tunnel, and now you're in this open expanse. You see a light at the end of the tunnel. You see another sort of entrance to a tunnel on the other side of this area that's not towards the light. So you're looking out. So you just walk through the tunnel, and you're looking out into this expanse. Your sort of north eastern corner of this room, there's the little flickering light. And then straight ahead of you, there's another in the distance. There's another entrance to a tunnel that seems to go down.
So there's two entrances.
The one that you just came through.
Okay, the
in
one we
this
just came through, and
cavern,
then the two.
and then the other one that seems to go somewhere else.
So we can go through the light one first if it turns out to be nothing, which it
Yeah.
probably
The
won't.
The flickering light doesn't seem to be a cavern or a tunnel. It's just
It's
a
just
flickering
a
light
light.
behind a stalagmite, like a big.
Oh.
They're like big columns of stone here, and you can
Could
see
be
it behind
something magical that they set up, maybe. Let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. One entrance at a time.
Stealth.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
Yes.
Very much stealth.
Stealth checks.
Roland's favorite.
Oh no!
The one thing I'm
Oh,
super
no.
bad at.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a success, right?
It's not as bad as.
Fuck. Well,
What's your roll?
18.
I got 9.
Really? That you have a 9 with a 2?
The roll disadvantage, yes.
What's your-
what?
Stealth checks. What's the resistance
What's your
to
stealth
minus?
check bonus?
You
Plus
get
7? Yeah, I
disadvantage
got plus
if
6.
you
I
have
got
plate
plus-
armor.
Oh, it's because of efficiency and I've got
Aw.
+4 because
So
of
that's 16
4 to dexterity.
plus
Oh.
Wow.
16 and a 19.
Nice.
-1, so 15.
Well,
Nice. What'd you get?
An 8.
What'd you get?
9. Or sorry, not 9. Yeah, 9 actually.
9.
I got 9.
9.
Yeah,
8.
18.
And then
You two are able to kind of you kind of lead the pack. You get around a corner, and all at once, you three are like really focused on this light, and sort of all in unison bump into each other and fall kind of a little. You falter a little bit, makes some. You hear the skirting of rock and a little bit of movement. You two look back to hear this, and it makes like a loud scraping sound of metal against stone as someone kind of slips on the rock but catches themselves.
Nice.
And
I sit to listen for a second. And I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, those.
Do I hear anything?
you don't. But the flickering light goes out.
Uh-huh. I look at the area. I'm watching the area where the light was as we
Me
come
too.
up to it.
Okay.
Do we see anything running away? Anything
Perception
moving?
Nat
Dude.
20.
Yeah, roll a natural 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
22.
you see a group of about 4 short, dwarvish-looking figures running away towards the tunnel.
Are you
on the other side?
Are you the scouting party? Wait!
They're hauling ass away from you guys.
We're just been sent here to save you!
Son of a bitch!
God damn it. Alright. Well, come on guys, do it this way. Follow me.
Okay.
I
Alright.
guess we'll go. Yeah, we'll try to
Yeah.
follow
might
where
as
they
well
said to go.
follow.
Make as they round the bend,
We're gonna catch up.
and
to
you're
them
running after them.
I assume so.
Okay, cool. Who's in front?
I guess I'm in front. I was wanting like, follow me!
Yeah.
2 crossbow bolts whip past you. Neither one making contact. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Whoa!
We're friendlies!
As the crossbow bolts
Oh.
fly out, I yell out in Dwarvish, "We're here to save you!"
Oh yeah,
you assholes!
They don't speak common, I forgot.
Damn it. That sucked.
Nat,
work.
Nat 20. Again.
All right.
Wow.
I just used up both my Nat 20s for the day.
Shit.
On initiative.
Oh, good.
We don't want you to use them up now.
I was wondering when I saw those sitting there what it was for.
Just got 14.
What's Dugar?
Right. What can I do that doesn't
Durgar.
Oh wait.
Duergar.
Ooh,
They're
Who dat?
they're
I don't remember.
You don't
what
know.
that is.
dark dwarves.
You don't know.
What?
All right. Let me get our combat music going because I have some new combat music.
I'm sad because we can't really attack them. I won't be using any spells.
Wait, what do I add to my roll to, or what do I add to this roll? I'm totally blanking on it.
Dex for initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dex
Oh.
modifier. So
Okay.
I roll initiative for these people.
They all die.
Wow. Okay, 20 to 25.
24.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
A Dugar? Oh, D1. Oh, boy.
Dwarf
1. 15 to 20.
15.
Nice. Alright, 10 to 15.
14.
14.
Michelle. Did you get a 3 or something?
Close.
Oh damn. Okay.
Oh, good. They're all going before.
And 5 to 10.
I don't know what
7.
to do.
7.
Okay.
Who wants
I
to
think
go
I might
first?
know
I
it.
think you probably do 7.
I have a
minus
higher
1.
dex. So
Alright.
I guess I'll go
And
first.
it's Abby.
Yay! You spelled it right.
Yeah, I did it.
All right. Hopefully this doesn't hurt them. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't hurt them. Cool. I can do.
Are you going to be
Alright.
playing for Davey?
Oh, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, Davey needs
We
to roll as
need
well.
we need that. Please, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Don't take our takeaway.
And don't take our
Do-
takeaway.
Do you have all the info on Davey's, like, stuff?
Yeah, I have his character sheet.
Cool.
Alright.
I don't know
These
what I
guys
do.
are about 60 feet away from each of you. Matt, you're up first.
Okay.
There are about 4 of them.
4 of them. Is this just in the theater of the mind?
Yes.
Are they clustered up or are they spread out?
Spread out.
Is there any way I can, because they have crossbow bolts, I hate fucking crossbows, I had to do the deflect. Is there a way I could walk up to one of them while not being able to be shot by the crossbow of the other ones?
They've fired. They don't go again. No. If you engage one of them, you're in view of all of them currently. 2 of them had just prepared to shoot you guys when you were out of bed.
Let's see. Well, not going to get any better. Let me check the rules on my crossbow bolt catching. I forget how often I can do that. I forget how often I can do that. I want to say it's only once per turn.
What? Enter defensive stance or
catchable.
I don't know. I think you can do it as a reaction, can't you?
Yeah, I can use a reaction. So
You get 1 per turn.
Crap.
what's the reaction cost me?
It's just a reaction for that turn.
Does it actually cost you the bonus action for that turn?
Your reaction? No. It's just a reaction.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
some
You won't be
point
able
where
to
that-
take an attack of opportunity that turn if it
Okay,
comes up,
so reaction is an attack of opportunity?
Mhm.
Or attack of opportunity is reaction?
Yes.
Okay.
Crap, what to do?
Well, I always get unconscious, so where's the closest? Are they all 60 feet away, or one's closer to some?
One's maybe 40 feet away.
Cool.
2 that shot at you are 40 feet away. The other 2 are about 60 feet away.
Excellent. I have 45 movement speed.
Excellent.
Yes, not for them.
Okay. you run up to one of them.
Right.
Get him.
All right, so to burn a key point. Let me get. Sorry, I was not prepared for this.
Flurry of blows, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so I'm going to do so.
Kill him.
No.
They fired at us. I don't care if they are the people who were sent there to rescue.
Oh my god, okay. I forgot. Right.
I should show you what they look like. That might help you guys understand what's going on.
Visualize while I punch them to
I'm
death.
trying to find a non-lethal spell. Why is
There
that so
they
hard?
don't exist.
They're
I
all-
have gust, but I don't know if that's gonna.
We'll just knock them over.
Okay, then.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna try. At least try to do.
They're good. They're right next to each other. This is what they look like. They're these gray-skinned dwarves with white beards, sort of white eyes,
Huh.
purplish almost.
Which isn't like the dwarf we've seen on the outside.
No,
And
certainly.
they're not wearing the same clothes.
These are definitely not.
Definitely not.
I would be led to assume these are not the scouting party.
You would be led to assume that. Maybe.
The
Who
fact-
knows?
We have been led astray before.
I'm gonna knock them unconscious. I'm not going to try to murder them.
Okay. You're going for non-lethal. Got it.
No, I'm going to punch them until they're unconscious. If it's lethal, then
Punch them.
Okay, got it.
all right. So I'm
Wow.
gonna do. So first I'm gonna do my 2 attacks.
Sure.
Which, damn, 2. Okay, so I got a 9 and a 22.
22 hits.
All right. And then my two free punches with the key point.
Gotcha.
Damn. 14 and 10.
Neither of them hit.
So I just have one d8 to roll.
Oh my god.
I do 5 damage.
Wow.
Woo!
They are so terrified of you. They don't know what they're gonna do. How
You
much
have
did
the
you deal?
claws
5
now.
damage?
You have the claws now, and like you can see everything.
That
and
was
it's
like
real
almost.
weird.
That was that bare minimum damage?
Yeah, that was the least damage I could possibly do.
Yeah. Wow.
I know.
Oh, and it's his turn. Or do you have anything else you can do? Bonus action, something like that?
No, that was my bonus action, but I'm still planning on catching the crossbow bolt they're about to fire at me.
Sure. The guy standing in front of you drops his crossbow, pulls out a mace, and then
God.
he's gonna hit you with that instead.
Smart man.
Yeah, he rolls a 9. That doesn't hit you. And then does he get 2 hits?
Oh, could you hand me the marker?
Thank you.
It doesn't say, so I say yes, it does. The second hit is a 19 plus 4.
Hardness.
Yeah, so 23, and that's going to deal you 7 damage. And then it is D2's turn, who is the other guy with the crossbow. He's going to fire his crossbow at you.
Okay, so
Let me see if it hits. 19 to hit,
yeah, it's
but you can
So-
reduce damage, is that right?
1d10 plus dex plus monk level. So I don't think I'll be taking that much damage. Unless I...
Or any at all.
Unless you've been rolling like you have been.
Yeah, so that's a D10.
That's a D12.
Here, would you like a D10?
I have
Here
many
you go.
of them.
Take it.
I just can't find any. All right.
He will deal
5 plus
9 damage to you should you not reduce the damage entirely.
5 plus 4 plus 5. So yeah, no 0
Yeah,
damage. So
0
I
damage.
Yeah, so
you
I
catch it.
I catch it, but I don't want to spend the key point, so I just like drop it and stare at him.
Nice. You catch the bolt and you just drop it, and he's just like, boss, you're up.
Alright, so these guys are obviously fighting us. So.
Did the crossbow
Alright.
bolts give it away?
I don't know. They could still be good. We could be killing innocent people.
I'm going
Not before.
to Eldritch Blast the guys who are in front of.
Alright, get him.
He's in combat with.
Sounds good.
Alright, we've got a 13 to hit.
Nope.
And we've got a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Does 7 damage.
Okay, this is the one he's already in combat with?
Yes.
Okay, 7 damage. Nice.
Yep.
That's 2 more damage than he did.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Just to keep him my
Yeah,
distance.
that one's looking a little rough. Momo, you're up.
Rough after 10 damage? Oh boy.
So I'm just going to do.
12 damage.
How far away are they?
The one that is engaging him is 40 feet. There's another one that's 40 feet with a crossbow, and there's 2 at 60 feet.
I'm not trying to be too lethal. I'm gonna aim. I don't know. I guess lower body half.
You're gonna
Ray of
you're gonna be
Frost.
non-lethal with your Ray of Frost. We'll see
I'm
how
gonna
that
try.
goes.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, you're hitting the one he's already in combat with, or someone else.
Yes. No. That one.
Okay, roll the hit. Or is it?
Yeah. I have to roll the hit.
Got it.
It's even though it's a cantrip. I still think it's an attack. So
Sure.
15 plus 6.
Yep, that hits.
All right. 1d8 of cool. Okay. 5 damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
His speed was also reduced by 10 feet. I don't know if it's.
Wow.
God, can he move?
Sure,
He's
I
running
think it's
slow
stacks.
motion.
I'd say it's stacks. How far can this guy even run anymore?
35. So not 15 feet.
I don't think he can move that far. Yeah,
Damn.
he's not gonna be very quick in his feet anymore. That's your turn. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
All right.
Oh wait. No, never mind. Never mind.
All right. The one of them in the back is going to turn invisible.
Okay.
And Patty.
I'm going to attempt to talk to them.
Okay.
I don't really.
Did the guy in the back who turned invisible? Did he like cast a spell or did he like drink a potion?
He just turned invisible. For flavor, he just kind of like. No, he just turned invisible.
Okay.
He didn't seem to cast a spell. It just seemed to be something he was able to do.
Going to try to say in Dwarvish to them.
How's your mother?
No, I'm trying to figure out how to say it in the 5 words.
You're using your action to say this, or are you just trying to use 5 words?
I'm just trying to use 5 words.
Okay. Well, snap. Got it. You're in the heat of combat. You gotta say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't want to fight you.
We don't want to fight.
We don't want to fight. Fine. And then I'm going to. How close am I to them?
You're about 40 feet away. You're all about the same. You were all about the same distance.
Okay. I'm going to take a few steps back, and I'm going to pull out my crossbow, and I'm going to hold my action to shoot 2 bolts at the next person who attacks us.
Okay. Roland.
Going to cast Divine Shield of Faith.
Divine Shield of Faith. Got it.
Shield of Faith.
It's a special
going to
one.
Divine
It does
Smite
It's
Struck.
the extra special one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your bonus action. What else do you want?
Then I will go to the closest dwarf and attack with the sword.
That is either the one that's in combat with Matt or the other one that fired a crossbow at Matt.
The one that fired a crossbow.
Got it. Go get him.
I'll attack. That is not gonna hit.
Okay.
I'll attack again.
Sure.
12 plus. Why do you not do that? Anything plus? It's plus proficiency
Plus strength.
plus
or
strength.
dex.
Take versatile. It'll be plus 6, so 18.
Yeah, that's. You hit him. Are you divine smiting him?
No, I'm just hitting him.
Okay.
That would be 10 damage.
10 damage. Wow. Well done.
Well,
Whoops.
This one looks just almost as bad as the one that's been hit a couple times.
I did wear frost wrong.
Davey is going to run up to
Another
the
D8
one
at level
that
5.
Roland hit.
Whoops.
oh.
He's
Goodbye,
gonna get
Mr. Dwarf.
what?
Goodbye, Mr. Dwarf.
Yeah, he's gonna get really angry.
Well, so much
And-
for the we don't want to fight thing. Whatever.
And he's gonna
Don't shoot crossbow bolts at people if you don't want to follow through.
and he's going to hit him with his big axe, which he hits. A d12. I almost never roll these. He deals. Okay. 3. So he deals 11 damage, and it's still awake for now. And he's gonna hit it again, obviously.
Split in two.
And the
Good.
second one misses.
Ugh.
Yeah, the second one just misses. At a 15. And then it's the last one's turn, and it is also going to turn invisible. Matt, you're up.
Okay, I say in Dwarvish, I repeat.
Do you have Dwarves?
Yeah, they're Dwarvish.
Oh, wow.
They're Dwarvish, Elvish, and Common. Yeah. We don't want to fight. 5 words. In Dwarvish, look at the guy,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm not gonna let him hit me without with impunity.
Oh my god.
Or no, instead of
You
that,
can hold your action.
I said stand down.
Okay.
Stand down, and then. Can I hold my action if he attacks me? I attack him, or how does that
Yeah,
work?
you can do that.
Okay.
If he makes an attack on you, then you can attack him.
Okay. Is it just a regular? So I can just do my whole thing then, or is that just a standard attack with no bonus action?
Correct.
Okay.
If you hold your action, you don't get a bonus action.
Okay, but I still get 2 hits. Okay, I'm gonna hold my action, and if he attacks me, I will
Yes.
murder him.
And it is his turn. He will not attack you. He will instead sort of slam his fists together and enlarge.
What?
He grows to large size. Everything on him grows to large size. His mace grows to large size. And he what is his action? Yeah. And he just holds his shield in front of you for now. And then D2, the guy who had the crossbow who you hit, is going to do the same thing and enlarge himself.
Great.
And pull
You're
out.
big
He's going
now.
to pull out his mace and shield. Cool. And drop his crossbow to get into combat with you.
Wow.
Does he still look pretty?
Yeah, he still looks pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Boss, you're up.
I hold my action to see if they attack. If any of them attack, if they do, I will cast a spell at them.
Got it. Momo.
I'm going to do mage armor. I think that's all I can do in one turn.
Okay.
Casting mage armor.
Okay, that's your action. Great.
Yeah, I think that's
And
You should
Okay.
also just be casting that at the beginning of every day.
at the beginning.
it's
It's only
really-
8 hours long, right?
pretty extensive.
So
It's
I-
like at the beginning of any journey, just cast it.
So,
it's been cast.
Voss. Out of nowhere, a mace impacts you, I guess, in the hip, because that's about right for them. This creature that was once invisible is now not, and cracks you on the side with a war pick.
Ew.
Jeez.
and it's going to deal to you 10 damage.
I shoot at it.
10 piercing damage.
Yeah, she was holding action.
Yeah, you shoot at it. You notice this happen. Anyone who is holding an action at range, so you can cast it on it too. I
Well,
think.
am I casting spell on it, or can I? Is it so when I'm holding an action?
You
do
said
I-
you were holding an action until something attacked, right?
Yes.
It attacked.
All right, so I'm attacking the guy we've been damaging.
You can choose not to shoot it if you want, but
Oh,
you.
okay, just shoot the guy that attacked him because that's clearly defense.
This is your trigger. Your trigger was something attacks. Did you have like a specific enemy in mind?
No, I was
Okay,
just.
then you've been attacked. Your trigger is now hit the thing.
He is now triggered.
I'm triggered and I'm hitting the.
I rolled a 15 and a 19 plus 7
The
to
19
hit.
hits.
The 15 doesn't hit.
Just misses.
I got a 17 to hit the
That hits.
one guy that he's been fighting.
That he's been fighting.
Well, that he's been fighting, right? Or do I have to hit the guy
I think
who
you have to
attacked
hit the thing that attacks you. Because that was your trigger, right? If something attacks, so I shoot.
Okay,
I
and I
think
shoot,
it
so
makes
that's the thing.
sense.
12
that you have to
damage.
hit
Do I have to roll at disadvantage then? Because he's right next to me?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Okay, so the first one's a 12.
No, that does not hit.
And the second one is a 13. That doesn't hit.
That also doesn't hit. Were those the same numbers twice?
No, this one was a 4 instead of a 3.
Wow.
12 damage.
12 damage to this one.
Across the
Yeah,
board.
you take off a section of his shoulder.
And I teleport 30 feet away, and I'm now invisible for the rest of the round.
Yeah. So,
So I guess the start of my turn, which that's unfortunate.
yeah, that is unfortunate.
Well,
How many people were holding actions that?
Enough.
Enough, but he's not in melee combat, so.
Yeah.
Momo,
So I guess I.
you
see that
feel
there.
a war pick
Oh,
jab into your leg.
I'm glad
And
I
it
cast
will-
it.
Yeah, and it will
That is.
deal 5 damage halved to 2.
Yay.
Wait, who's going right now?
Some dwarf.
D2 is
Dwarf 2.
Dwagar.
That.
They can try to hit you.
And Voss, you're up.
alright. I'm trying to look at the effect. Make sure I'm not misreading this.
That's interesting. How does that work?
One reaction turn invisible. This lasts until the start of your next turn, or until you attack or cast it. Okay.
What should you use?
Okay. I'm going to,
That's not cool.
I guess, cast Eldritch Blast at the guy who. I'll shoot one bolt at the guy who attacked me and one bolt at the guy who's attacking Momo.
Got it. Hit them both.
One who attacked me. That's a
That hits.
26 to hit. The one attacked Momo. That's an 18 to hit.
That also hits.
And they're also both going to be pushed back 10 feet.
Sweet.
Movement speed reduced by 10 feet.
Good for them.
You know the whole works.
Yep. The thing that you do.
Alright, so the one for the first guy takes 14 points of damage.
Is that the one that attacked you?
Yeah.
That's just enough. You blast him in the chest and he just falls back.
Which one? Is this
Blood
one?
leaking out of his mouth. This is the one that hit him and he ran away.
And the one that attacked Momo takes 7 points of damage.
Alright.
And is pushed back 10 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
This is all.
Yeah,
very
so the
Jesus.
one you that hit you with the war pick, you launch your bolt at him and it knocks him off his feet onto his back and he doesn't
Did you-
move anymore.
Oh.
Momo. There's one that just pulled a war pick out of your thigh. It didn't hurt as much as it normally would.
Good. I know that one was a reaction, but.
What are you doing? Make a decision.
Chaos.
This is a very
bolt.
combat-y music.
It's not, you're right.
We're still waking up in the forest.
Yeah. It's pleasant. Pleasant death music.
I'll do chaos bolts to the person because
Alright.
the other one is way too loud, and I'm not trying to do that.
Sounds good. Chaos bolter.
Chaos bolt.
It's
I
not
have to.
disadvantage.
Where is my actual? There it is. 18 plus 6.
Sweet.
Yay.
19 plus 6 to hit it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's,
And then
and
it
this
is.
is the one that hit you, right?
Yeah, this one. The type is what is 5? Ooh, yay! 5 is lightning,
Oh yeah, perfect for you.
Yay,
You
which-
let out a bolt of lightning out of your hand. and
which
hit the thing.
means, god damn. I'll have to look it up again, but
Yeah, you get some kind of special thing for
yeah, and I can't remember.
that. Roll damage.
So 2d8 plus a 6, which I forgot to roll.
10.
Plus 6, and
Wow.
then crap. I know that something else is supposed to happen.
10 plus 6 is 16.
What is? I forgot what the elemental thing did.
I'm not sure.
Is this the feat you're talking
No,
about?
this is her special ability in Xanathar's. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Thunder Sorcerer.
Because so that's me gaining resistance and then the ability.
Well, we'll move on.
Yeah.
D3. This is the one that.
Which one's that?
Yeah, they were really good.
D1 and D2 are in front of me, so the dead one would be D3 or D4, right?
The
Yeah.
one that I was expecting?
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
And Abby.
Well, they didn't not try to kill us, so I'm going to. Are all 3 of them visible right now?
Yes. 2 are big and 1 is invisible.
Alright,
Or 2 are big and 1 is over by number.
I'm going to shoot 2 more crossbow bolts at the big guy that Matt has been fighting this whole time.
Okay.
Um,
I would fire just one at a time for now.
Oh damn it.
I think you can use your Heartless Swarm ability.
okay.
Swarm ability.
why would I
Just
fire?
roll and tap.
Okay.
Because he's fucked up.
Ah! That's a 19.
That hits. Roll damage.
Sweet. 12 damage again. Oh, he dead.
Alright, you still have your other attack.
Wow.
I can't do that. It has to be at the same target. That's what it is.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, then the one you hit is super dead.
Sweet. Is the other one? The other one's visible. You said,
Yes,
right?
they're both visible.
Okay. Are they close to me at all?
The one is probably 10 feet away from you.
All right. I back away from that one.
Got it.
Probably about 10 or 15 feet further.
Sure. Roland. The one that's really big in front of you is not dead.
I'll attack the one that's really big from me.
Yep.
Does 17 hit?
That does it.
Stupid little blue bastards.
That would be 12 damage?
Yep.
Oh, fun's gonna
Well
be
played. Alright,
Maybe
Davey.
his friend will surrender.
Davey. Davey's going to.
Davey's not the negotiating type.
No.
He'd have to. You'd scream for help, Davey might kill him. He'd scream for mercy.
He's
He doesn't
gonna
like loud
run up to
sounds.
this Dwagar and roll a natural 1. And
not
he
do
goes for this
anything.
mighty swing, and the axe hits the ground and reverberate bounces off over the Dwagar and down the waterfall.
Oh.
We just bought that.
Shit! And then he starts to run after it and dives into the pool
Oh, no.
after that.
Yay.
Who knows what's
So,
in there?
Yeah.
That water is unclean.
Well, Davey is not the caring about that kind of guy.
He's a fisherman. He deals with dirty water.
Ew.
Davey's gone for now.
Wow.
The final Dwagar, the one that war-picked Momo, is going to realizing that you're a little tougher to hit. He's going to give a judgment call.
Jump in the pool
And-
and drown himself.
He's going to pull out a dagger
Oh.
and rake it across his throat,
What?
Wow.
killing himself.
In my next turn, I was gonna say keep one alive, but
Yeah, that's what he kind of thought would probably happen if he didn't.
damn it.
So,
Definitely
Well-
scouting party. They don't send like assassins who kill themselves if they fail a mission.
Jesus.
I'm gonna make a guess.
All right. Alright, so we know which sort of elves or dwarves we're not looking for.
Gonna investigate their bodies.
Sure.
Search them.
Yeah, I'll investigate the one that just slit his throat in front of me.
I'm gonna help Davey find
I'm
his
gonna-
axe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Leon. Nah.
Davey comes up about 3.5 minutes later. I got it!
Oh, thank God!
Oh shit! Oh god! Help! Help! I'm just messing with you.
I'm gonna leave you in there.
It's really cold though.
Well, you'll figure it out. I walk away.
Davey eventually rejoins you with his axe.
Yeah.
500
course he
fucking
does.
gold. Drop it in a pool.
Alright, what do you want to do? Do you
I'm
want
gonna
to
investigate the
Dwagar.
Dwagar.
Go ahead.
I will also investigate. 'cause
Natural
Wow. You guys are doing
Not
crazy
anything.
with
I
the
like
natural
move his
20s.
coat around and
Yeah, you're just like, oh,
Or
it's so
whatever.
gross. He slit his own throat.
Yeah.
Is that what I look like?
yeah.
You go through these guys and you get about 27 gold pieces throughout the lot of them.
That makes up for this entire trip.
There's an array of maces and shields that aren't of particularly good quality but functional.
Okay.
They have some leather armors, some scale armors. None of it would fit you guys.
So, looking at this stuff, all their weapons and their armor, does it look like the same sort of craftsmanship as the dwarves from Redwall, or?
It certainly looks dwarven in nature.
But it's not the same
Not the
at
same.
all. Does it look like it's made out of completely different materials?
Fairly different materials, yes. I mean, different enough that there's an obvious change in who crafted them.
Okay. So these, would I know of any dwarves like this? Like any
No.
sort of other race of dwarves? Any
Never
other
heard of
community of
this.
dwarves? Okay.
This might be the infection.
It could be. But why would that change their armor and their weapons? If they were infected by something, then I would think that
They created their own society,
maybe.
like mole rats.
Yes. Mole people.
Mole people.
I knew they were real.
Huh.
I don't know.
They were really angry from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Seemed like they were spying on us, maybe? We did cause quite a commotion.
If they're spying
We
on us,
did.
I don't think they would have the lay on.
Yeah, we stumbled on them.
As they were doing something. Maybe they were
I guess
looking
we
at
never-
the bug that we attacked.
I guess we never did examine their campsite.
No, we should go back and
Yes,
look at that.
we should go back and look at that.
Yeah.
You go back to the campsite, which is the fire had just been put out. They were cooking some kind of lizards.
Mm.
There's a couple mostly by this time pretty much fully cooked. They're about the size of an iguana lizards,
Oh, God.
Mm.
some kind of cave lizards. You take a bite,
Oh, it's right here too.
like a sweet sort of meat.
Ew.
Nice.
Yeah. For you, it's like you're more enjoying the skin than you are the actual flesh.
Interesting.
But this is tasty.
Interesting. So, search the campsite. See what goes
Yeah,
on.
there's a couple bedrolls and nothing that would indicate to you this was a permanent campsite. More like something they had just set up to take a quick break.
Mhm.
There's a couple water skins and a backpack full of rations and other things.
Any
salves.
papers or books with them?
There is a book. It is a dwarven book.
Right.
From your accounts, this can't have been something that he originally had. This is obviously, it's in dwarvish script. It's like a dwarvish children's book.
Okay.
It tells stories of some of the saints.
Are there any names in the beginning of the pages? Like
No,
where someone wrote their name, maybe?
There is actually a name in the front cover of that book. It is. Fosoc.
Bosoc?
F-O-S-O-C.
And where is it found?
In the front cover, written at the top.
Like
it says
handwritten?
Fosoc brown rack.
How do you spell Bosoc?
F-O-S-O-C.
S-O.
Does that sound like any of the people that we're looking for?
You weren't household names, but doesn't sound like a noble
It's
name.
yeah, okay. Could have just been part of the scouting party
Could've
he was with.
Could have been.
I don't know why else they would have this if they didn't steal it from someone from the surface.
Yeah, the pack, it looks dwarvish. It's nicer than than their armor and their weapons.
I guess we'll collect the rations and add it to our own.
Yeah, you get about 3 days worth of rations.
Is that as
All
like a,
as combined through all of them. They clearly were not packed for long trips.
Which means that their actual living quarters is nearby, maybe.
3 days
Probably in
worth?
the direction they were running. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or they were just leading us down a whole tunnel full of traps and horrible things.
That is also possible. But it wouldn't hurt to go down that way, right?
It might.
Okay.
I think it
It might
hurts
hurt.
being in here.
I think it hurts. It might hurt quite a lot.
Yes.
Also, want to take a lunch break before we proceed?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
this
I'm
might be a good
starving.
time to take a lunch break. Alright, thank you for watching part 1, folks at home, of our campaign. We will pick it up back here in, for you, it will seem like no time, but this is part 1. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone, say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, dear viewers.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to go.